Disclaimer. The following is a parody of CINEMASINS' Everything Wrong With series. If you're unfamiliar with their humor, I suggest you go watch their content first. The intent of this video is for comedy and entertainment purposes only. With this in mind, you should know that the feelings of the creator of this video towards the game in question will not be accurately reflected here. That being said, the creator has no intention of offending anyone involved with the game's creation, its franchise, the game itself, or the people who like the game. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy. Why is a man holding a tampon in my cute little Pikachu game? I would just like to bring attention to the fact that there is a car crash in a Pokémon game.
Pika!
Yeah, here we go.
A terrible dream again.
Pikachu is not voiced by Danny DeVito. Pikachu is also not voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Woman can understand me. Pika, 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 Pika! That answers that question. So why can I understand them?
Can't most Pokemon understand humans? I mean, in the anime, Pokemon often have conversations with their trainers, and Pokemon have to understand humans in battle so that they know what move to use.
Hey, get out of the road! Pika! Pika, 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 Pika!
I like to imagine this grown-ass man who probably doesn't give a shit about Pokemon to begin with, just yelling this in a studio.
Hey!
What is this, a Roadrunner cartoon? Wait, don't Apom usually grab things with their tail hand?
But I gotcha!
Ow, 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 ow! My ears! That's me!
Oh, sorry, old-timer. Pikachu?
So, he tells you that you've got his ears, and you don't think anything's weird. A Pikachu's ears are very different from a human's.
That was you talking?
Could have been more gentle setting me down.
Sorry?
Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Well, he did acknowledge that you were talking. I don't know why him apologizing is what gave it away.
That's a lot of ketchup. I hope they don't let it all go to waste.
There are quick-time events in a Pokemon game?
Oh, they're quick. And now they've run for higher ground.
Calm down, Anakin. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the unauthorized use of a city lift is illegal.
Are you saying you're a real detective?
I'm not just a detective. I'm a great detective. Detective Pikachu.
Roll credits.
You lost it during the fight. That's a very lame excuse. And now you're saying it was someone else. But it seemed like you and Apom were the only ones that were there. You're saying Burmy were in that tree.
Oh my god, this is the most ineffective detective case. Could you imagine having to repeat everything the suspect said back to your partner who's standing right there?
Hey! We found it. It's Burmy.
Are you sure?
Are you Tim, I'm pretty sure that's a Burmy. Call it a hunch. This is what Burmy looks like without a cloak. This Burmy speech mixed with this music makes me want a Pokemon soap opera, and I'm okay with that, and I am not okay with that.
Unfortunately, I lost my memory.
What? You've got amnesia? But you said you remember my dad.
Well, it's not like I really remember him. I just figured it out from the other conversations.
You did not! As soon as Tim said his name, you were already remembering.
I just figured it out from the other conversations. Hey, isn't your appointment at 3? Let's go.
How does he know that? Wait, so did he just have a key to his dad's apartment?
It was my apartment, too. We shared it. I haven't been here in 2 months.
How do you know that? I thought you had amnesia!
Right, so it's settled then. Now let's start by searching right here.
Oh, sure. How in the world did I get myself talked into this?
I'm sorry, are you implying that you got talked into investigating your dad's disappearance and moving into his apartment? Because I gotta tell you, it seems like you talked yourself into this.
Baker said that Dad was in the middle of investigating some Pokémon incident.
Yeah. Well, let's start at the beginning.
No, by all means, start in the middle. That is the luckiest shit I've ever seen in a video game.
Are you from a TV station?
Yep, that's right. The super popular GNN.
bet all they cover on GNN is biased opinions on gumshoes.
It's attacking everything it sees.
Griffin got frozen solid.
Oh, my leg! I can't move, Amelia!
What? You barely moved! How did you hurt your ankle?
Here you are.
Thank you, Pablo. Pikachu, need milk or sugar?
Nah, no thanks. This coffee smells so good.
Is it me or is Pikachu the last Pokemon that should be drinking coffee?
Once you drink this, you won't be able to go to other cafes.
You know, my dad loved coffee too. You're like him that way.
Wow, this Pikachu's very similar to Tim's dad, huh?
Sure.
Hmm.
Soon.
Welcome, Mr. Baker.
Pikachu never used to drink coffee before the accident.
This is a Pokemon game! An official Pokemon game!
Don't tell me you confused this guy for me, did you?
This Pikachu looks a lot like you.
That's racist.
My name's Rita. Nice to meet you. I'll call the director. You can wait over there.
What? Okay, so I don't think he actually applied for a part-time at a research facility and got hired in such a short amount of time. Adding to that, even if he did, why isn't anyone checking identification? If he has any sort of ID, it's going to say Tim Goodman. So what, anyone could just walk in, say that they got the job, and just let you in?
What are you doing, Fridge? The gas came all the way over here!
Oh, hey, Nina. You're here.
There's no f***ing way you came in and didn't see her.
As you can see here, this Pokémon doesn't want to listen to anything I say.
It's probably because you don't have enough badges.
Ah, there's your coffee.
Oh, great. Yeah, thanks, Ludicolo.
Yeah, thank you.
No offense, but if Pablo is serving the coffee while Tim and Pikachu are at the counter, isn't Ludicolo a bit superfluous? Like, there's no point in serving them if Pablo can just turn around and do it himself.
Everyone makes mistakes sometimes.
Yes, but this is beyond bad. Our experiments are ruined.
How so? If anything, this gives you even more to research about how a Pokemon reacts to whatever the f*** Trevenant was eating.
Great save, Tim. It was almost game over for me. But still, Gengar's managed to get away from us once again.
Yes, once again, considering that this is the first time you've tried chasing after it.
Who would have thought that Gengar would escape like that?
Yeah, who knew you could flee from a Pokemon battle? It's the craziest thing.
All right, he knew too much. I had someone tamper with his car as a warning. But I swear, I never expected him to go missing in an accident.
You had someone tamper with his car and you, a scientist, didn't think he'd be in an accident? Pikachu is feeding the birds in front of a sign that says, "Don't feed the birds." Pikachu don't care. Pikachu don't give a shit.
Doesn't this feel fantastic? This boat has 400 horsepower, you know?
Why does a unit named Horsepower exist in the Pokemon world? Wouldn't it be Mudsdale Power or Rapidash Power?
He didn't do anything wrong!
I am very sorry. I'm afraid he has you fooled. I have testimony from a reliable source that this man is often seen at the lake. Not to mention, he has a previous record.
Wow, I didn't know that just being at a lake was a serious crime in this world.
So, forcing your opinion on someone without evidence is police business?
No, that's just the internet.
Phoebe?
Ah! What?
What's happening?
Whoa, no. Boosh. Feebas didn't get Max Beauty or get traded while holding a Prism Scale. Why did it evolve? Just because Milo's wearing a Prism Scale doesn't mean anything.
Feebas, that was amazing!
Well, you can't really call it a Feebas anymore since it's a— wait a second. I just realized Milo is riding Milotic. Oh, brav the fuck. Oh, Detective Pikachu.
So you framed Dr. Walls, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. Why is that so wrong? Building that resort is my dream.
Yeah, and Hitler's dream was one of ethnic cleansing. So maybe not all dreams are meant to be followed. Am I looking at someone's Blender projects right now?
Looks completely abandoned.
Yeah, it sure does.
It was shut down due to an accident. Of course it's abandoned.
Seriously? Shooting me out of a cannon is what you call a brilliant idea?
You look good.
Wait, how is that a question? Why do the subtitles have a question mark?
Good night, Pikachu.
Damn, I wish I could fall asleep as fast as Pikachu.
Let's go.
Wait, what's the point of having this here if anyone can use it?
Max and Chatot, it's Max and Chatot. We're the coolest, you got to admit it.
Admit it! Admit it!
Wow, for a Pokemon game, there are way too many characters that are conceited assholes.
Is that really all you could say? Don't stand there, go look for it!
Yes, ma'am, right away.
Some people are so insensitive. And what about you? Why are you just standing around doing nothing? Get out of my way!
Who does this bitch think she is? She's a music critic, why would she have any authority in the studio? I don't think studios even have critics.
It's all making sense. I've got it now. Yeah! A bolt of brilliance! So smart. I'm almost jealous of my own talent.
Wow, okay, way to make your character super likable.
Are you gonna be part of today's show?
Yes. My name's Karina.
Nice to meet you.
Middle-aged? What are Pokemon's lifespans? Is he like 10 years old going through a midlife crisis?
Sorry.
Well... Hello there, handsome. Oh wait, it's just me.
Wow, that cutscene was just him sucking his own dick. And being that he's a detective, he's a dick sucking his own dick. If his name was Richard, we'd have a complete trifecta.
Battling Perugly?
I think so.
Me first? I don't get how that's supposed to describe the Perugly. Perugly can't even learn me first.
Why is it taking...
Hi, everyone, and good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Maximum Music. As always, I'm your host, Max, and...
Max!
That's not right. This is Chatot. So, today we have...
We'll introduce the guests tonight, thank you very much.
Okay, so she's a host on the show, but that still doesn't give her the right to be rude to the staff that she doesn't even know. Entitled hag.
Smile a little more. Don't forget that, okay?
He's right, you know. You've got to be more confident, otherwise nobody will care.
Sit to critiquing music and not other people's demeanor, you bitter old crone.
It seems like a lot of work to be on TV.
Yeah, especially in front of an empty audience where you can do as many takes as need be.
Karina told us that her violin had a message written on it from her grandfather, which means the broken one couldn't be hers.
A written message? I never noticed such a thing on it.
Right. That's because it's written on the inside. It's something only Karina could know, since she watched the violin being made.
Right. As a child, I played at my grandfather's workshop. He inscribed a special message for me, and it was written on the inside.
You see? And now that proves the broken violin must have been a fake.
That doesn't prove anything. She literally repeated what you just said. Anyone can say words, Tim.
I had no choice. My popularity's been sagging. I wasn't sure the show would get picked up again. And if it didn't, I knew I'd be let go. I couldn't pay back my debts. I'd be finished.
Oh, Max. You were wrong. I was going to have you continue as our host.
What? But everything I did.
I'm really sorry, Max. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to call the police.
What? I don't get it. What would he have possibly gained from switching the violins? How would that have helped the ratings and helped him stay as host? If anything, wouldn't he want his guests to perform well? Why would he sabotage himself?
That same dream again.
Same dream? Dude, you keep seeing more and more. How can you say it's the same dream?
Meta.
Wait, so Metang didn't even flinch? Look, I know that he's made out of metal, but when someone jumps on top of you, you're gonna feel that.
Excelgor, distract him for us! Excelgor! Yeah? You wanna fight?
Did this dude really just crack his knuckles? Was he gonna fight Excelgor himself? I refuse to believe that this guy isn't a trainer of some kind.
Who would have thought that we'd run into Amelia on this ship? You know what? That's called destiny.
No, it's called plot convenience.
Now we need to figure out how it stole the mask. After the mask disappeared, was there testimony that helps us figure out how? That's right! Somehow a drink disappeared.
Really? On a luxury cruise, a drink somehow disappeared. No one stole it, no one cleaned it up. Nope, had to be a Pokemon.
Still trying to play innocent, aren't you? Tell him what we know, Tim. So Gino was the culprit, huh?
Wait, did you not know that? You've been here with us this whole time.
Well, what do you think?
Is it clipped onto his fur? Do Pikachu even have fur long enough to hold a clip on? These are the questions Detective Pikachu makes me ask.
Alright. Well, at least these masks should keep our identities somewhat hidden.
Yes, that mask really hides the fact you're that Sherlock Holmes hat wearing Pikachu.
Perhaps some of you in the audience will recall the accident that happened a year ago at Fine Park. That accident was in fact caused by R.
Why would you think that telling people that it caused an accident that everyone's heard of would convince people to bid for it?
If you use that chemical, is it possible to cause crimes without being caught?
Well, of course you could.
Why are you admitting to that?
That sounds like false advertising, Keith.
What? Tell me who you are!
Really? Tell me who you are, really? The voice and the haircut, as well as the, oh, I don't know, the Pikachu didn't give it away?
Take that!
Fortunately, the Crocorox jumped in slow motion, otherwise who knows if you would have gotten them.
Noiver! Skorupi, get over here!
Get it? Skorupi? Get over here? Okay.
I regretted covering the accident at Fine Park. I still do.
Why?
I guess because of that, the park had to be closed down, and that separated the Pokémon. Just 'cause it's true doesn't always mean that it should be broadcast.
But it wasn't true. Charizard was infected with R. It's not like he just went berserk out of nothing. The park closed down under false pretenses. Also, are you seriously suggesting that true events shouldn't be covered by the media?
Oh man, I hope you're not one of those tedious types.
No, he's a psychic type. Oh, you meant... Never mind.
They're planning to disperse R during the parade.
That would be a disaster.
But how do they have GNN information? Keith shouldn't know any of this.
What the f*** are you talking about? He worked at the station for 6 months as assistant director.
There's so many people.
Honestly, as far as parades go, this is a pretty small turnout.
First, we need to take out these screws.
Are you sure?
Trust me, I don't call myself a great detective for nothing.
It doesn't take a detective to know that you need to take out the screws to disarm a machine.
There were only 3 people who knew we were headed to GNN. And I'm not including Amelia. Ethan, Roger, and then Mako. I think the mastermind has to be one of those 3. Is there any definitive testimony that shows us who it is? You know, Keith was the only one we told that I'm not able to use any moves. So, the person with that information has got to be the mastermind behind all this.
Then that can only mean...
A bolt?
A brilliance!
The culprit is Roger!
Well, to be fair, Mako knew that too. She was there when you told Pikachu to use Thunderbolt and he just didn't do anything.
Why smuggle R in the first place?
Are all detectives this inquisitive?
They're detectives. It's in the job description to be inquisitive.
Hold on!
Your father, Harry, is still alive. You will find him eventually, provided you do not give up.
But what happened to him? Wait! Mewtwo!
Oh, come on, you tease! You couldn't spare 2 seconds to tell us where he is or what happened? Hey guys, Charai5 here. Thanks so much for watching my Cinema 6 parody of Everything Wrong with Detective Pikachu. Haven't played this game for myself, but I gotta say, they made a pretty interesting story that proves that you can do so much more with the Pokemon series than what we currently have. I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon. If you want to be featured in future Everything Wrong with parodies and what I've thought about, then consider helping me out a little bit each month. To those who do support, stay awesome. You guys should head over to CINEMASINS, the awesome people that I parody. They also host sister channels that cover music videos, brands, and other topics. If you have some time, why not check out Everything Wrong with Super Mario Odyssey? Until next time, stay safe and stay awesome. This is Charai5, signing off. Pikachu is feeding the birds in front of a sign that says, "Don't feed the birds." Pikachu don't care. Yeah, and Hitler's dream was one of ethnic cleansing, so maybe not all dreams are meant to be followed. The more you know. Stick to critiquing music and other people's demeanor, you... Oh my god, this is hard. Stick to critiquing music and not other people's demeanor, you bitter old crone. Stick to critique... Why? Why can't I do this? Stick to critiquing music and not other people's demeanor, you bitter old crone. I gotta do that again, that was terrible. Stick to critiquing music and not other... Stick to critiquing... Why can't I do this? I feel weird now. Stick to critiquing... Why? Okay, when I'm not trying to do it, I do it. Why? Stick to critique... why can't I do this? That's so weird. Stick to critiquing music. Stick to critique... Why? Why? Is it so weird? Yeah, especially in front of an empty audience where you can do as many takes as you need be. What? Yes, that mask really hides the fact that you're that Sherlock Holmes wearing hat Pikachu. What? It doesn't take a detective to know that... Yeah, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't take a detective to... If you have some time, why not check out everything wrong with Super Mario...